A Blood and Bone Marrow Transplant Guide. Chapter 1. Blood and Bone Marrow Transplantation/BMT. Blood and Bone Marrow Transplantation Websites. In a bone marrow transplant, BMT, marrow with healthy stem cells is added to replace the cells damaged by the radiation therapy so that the patient can produce blood cells again. Allogenic transplants are when marrow is donated by another person. Autologous transplants happen when cells are taken from the patient, stored, then reinfused following some toxic therapy. Syngeneic transplants are when the donor is an identical twin. neorcc.on.ca/research/stemcell.htm, Autologous peripheral stem cell transplantation following high-dose chemotherapy, NE Ontario Regional Cancer Centre, Canada. bonemarrow.org, Bone Marrow Foundation, Lifeline Online, USA. acer.org/diseases/hematology/leukemia/bmtctrs.html, Bone Marrow Transplant Resources, Leukemia Links. bmtsupport.ie, Bone Marrow Transplant Support Group, Ireland. imsdd.meb.uni-bond.de/cancernet/400110.html, Bone Marrow Transplantation and Peripheral Blood Stem Cell Transplantation Booklet. hslc.org/emb/bctoc.html, ECRI Patient Reference Guide, High-Dose Chemotherapy with BMT for Breast Cancer. royalmarsden.org.uk/patient-info/booklet/ibone_marrow/index.asp, Going Home After a Bone Marrow or Peripheral Blood Stem Cell Transplant, Royal Marsden Hospital, UK. listserv.acer.org/archive/gbhd.html, GBHD, Email Support Group for Post-BMT Patients, ACOR. leukemia-lymphoma.org/cms/body.cgi ? Action =static &v =pf &page ID =3243418. I'm having a bone marrow transplant, Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, USA, a coloring book. icela.org, Icla da Silva Foundation non-profit organization providing assistance to families with children. ai.mit.edu/people/laurel/laurel.html, Laurel Simmons homepage, BMT/leukemia info. Links to cancer resources. See houseys.org/speciality_care/loader_stem_cell_transplant_unit.htm, Loader Stem Cell Transplant Unit. The Children's Hospital in Birmingham, Alabama. Transplantfund.org, National Transplant Assistance Fund, USA. cancerbacup.org.uk/info/stemcell.htm, Understanding Bone Marrow and Stem Cell Transplants, BACUP, UK. peds.umn.edu/division/bmt/directory.html, University of Minnesota, Pediatrics, Division of BMT. peds.umn.edu/centers/bmt, University of Minnesota, Bone Marrow Transplant Program, USA. World Registries and Transplantation Programs. The more similar the donor's HLA antigens are to the patient, the less likely the transplant will rejected. Registries find the donors with the best match. Cursider.com/ACLT, African Caribbean Leukemia Trust, UK. abmdr.org, American Bone Marrow Donor Registry, ABMDR. ASHI-HLA.org, American Society for Histocompatibility and Immunogenetics, ASHI. anthonynolan.org.uk, Anthony Nolan Trust, UK. The UK Register of Potential Donors. binger.re.uokhsc.edu/section/hemionco/bbmt.htm, Blood and Marrow Transplant Program, Oklahoma University/Columbia Presbyterian Hospital, USA. Children's Hospital of Oklahoma. chnews.sg80/bmdp, Bone Marrow Donor Program, Singapore. bmdw.org, bone marrow donors worldwide. iccbmt.com, bone marrow, cord blood, and stem cell transplant program, University Hospitals Ireland Cancer Center, Cleveland, USA. CRIR.org, Caitlin Raymond International Registry, USA. IBMTR.org, International Bone Marrow Transplant Registry /ABMTR. FGM.fr, Le Registre Français de Donneurs Volontaires de Moelle Osseuse, France, French language. mgh.harvard.edu/departments/heme-onc/bmt.htm, Massachusetts General Hospital Bone Marrow Transplant Center, Harvard University. Marrow.org, National Marrow Donor Program, USA, NMDP. Bloodandtissue.org, South Texas Blood and Tissue Center, USA. uc.edu/a/marrow/www, University of Colorado Bone Marrow Transplant Program, USA. zkrd.uni-ulm.de, Zentrales no Kennmarkspender Register FCR die Bundesrepublik Deutschland, Germany. BMT newsletters/discussion lists. listserv.acer.org/archive/bmt-talk.html2, BMT Talk, ACOR. Cord blood. The umbilical cord connects a baby to the placenta, supplying blood and nutrients. Stem cells from the cord blood are being used as an alternative to bone marrow for treating some types of cancers and blood disorders. An expectant mother can donate the cord to a public bank, pay a commercial company to save the cord blood for possible use in the future if the child gets cancer. rmoldwin.bsd.uchicago.edu/cordblood/cccbb_frame_page.htm, Chicago Community Cord Blood Bank, USA. corcell.com, $, a company providing cord blood storage facilities. Cordblooddonor.org, Cord Blood Donor Foundation, USA, a not-for-profit public benefit organization. Cordblood.com, Cord Blood Registry, largest private cord blood bank in the world. Leukemia-lymphoma.org/all_mat_TOC.ADP?ID=9622412, Cord Blood Stem Cell Transplantation, Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, USA, Fact Sheet. Lifebank.com, Lifebank, Canada, a Vancouver-based commercial company cord blood storage. Cordbloodbank.co.uk, UK Cord Blood Bank, UK, a private bank. uscryo.com/bio.html, United States Center for Cord Blood, Florida-based company. BMT websites for health professionals. anthonynolan.com/research.html, Anthony Nolan Research Institute, Royal Free Hospital, London, UK. listserv.acer.org/archive/bmt-dr.html, BMTDR email list. Medical professionals involved in BMT. naturesj.com/bmt, Bone Marrow Transplantation, Journal. bshi.org.uk, British Society of Immunogenetics and Histocompatibility, BSHI. path.up.edu/cases/case67.html, Case Study, Department of Pathology, University of Pittsburgh. mdacc.tmc.edu/citm3, Current Issues in Transplant Medicine, Newsletter, MD Anderson Cancer Center. ebmt.org, European Group for Blood and Marrow Transplantation, EBMT. unmc.edu/community/facct/default.htm, Foundation for the Accreditation of Cellular Therapy, FACT. city2.fr/margrite/margrite.html, Marrow Graft Integrated Telematics in Europe, Magrite. bmdw.org/ebmt/ebmtnews.html, News from the European Bone Marrow Transplant Group. mc.duke.edu/9200bmt/329, Nurses of Duke University Medical Center's Adult Bone Marrow/Stem Cell Transplant Program. Chapter 2. A Bone Marrow Transplant Guide. Bone Marrow and Stem Cell Transplants Information, BMT. med.umn.edu/ped/bmt/home.html, University of Minnesota Bone Marrow Transplant. 612-626-2961. Fax, 612-626-4074. nbmtlink.org, National Bone Marrow Transplant Link. 800-546-5268, BMT Link. bonemarrow.org, Bone Marrow Foundation. 800-365-1336. 212-838-3029. Marrow.org, National Marrow Donor Program, NMDP. 800-627-7692. oncolink.com/books/books.cfm?b=10, Oncolink Bone Marrow Transplant Homepage. listserv.acer.org/archive/bmt-talk.html, the online archive of BMT Talk messages. ibmtr.org, International Bone Marrow Transplant Registry. cancerguide.org/bone_marrow.html, Cancer Guide, Bone Marrow Transplant Information. angelfire.com/ca/swassde, Dr. Jose Rafael Borbala. Escoboza Hematology BMT links. leukemia.acer.org, Bone Marrow Transplant Resources. transweb.org, Transplantation and Donation. anthonynolan.com, the Anthony Nolan Bone Marrow Trust UK. bone-marrow.org, the Gift of Life Bone Marrow Foundation. Bone Marrow Registry and Foundation. bmdw.org/addresses/usa.html, Bone Marrow Donor and Cord. Blood Registries in the USA. bmdw.org, Bone Marrow Donors Worldwide. HLAregistry.com, HLA Registry Foundation Incorporated. ShareOurLife.org, Coalition on Donation. TransplantFund.org, National Transplant Assistance Fund. cancer.gov/cancer-topics/facts/het/therapy/bone-marrow-transplant. Bone Marrow Transplantation. nebraskamed.com/transplant/contact_us_today.cfm, Pediatric Bone Marrow Transplant Program. 402-559-6406. 402-0559-7240 at University of Nebraska. holm.cc/peter/abmt.html, Autologous Bone Marrow Transplant. bmtsupport.ie, Ireland BMT Support Group. uccc.info/cancer center/content/bmt, University of Colorado Bone Marrow Transplant Program. mdanderson.org/departments/bmt, MD Anderson Cancer Center. Blood and Marrow Transplantation. Bone Marrow Websites. stockton-press.co.uk/bmt, Bone Marrow Transplantation. cancer.umn.edu/page/research/trs-plant/bmt.html, University of Minnesota Transplant Biology and Therapy Center. comnet.org/nbmt link, National Bone Marrow Transplant Link. BMT link. bonemarrow.org, Bone Marrow Foundation. marrow.org, National Marrow Donor Program, NMDP. oncolink.upenn.edu/specialty/med_on/c/bmt, Oncolink Bone Marrow Transplant Homepage. ai.mit.edu/people/laurel/bmt-talk/bmt-talk.html, the online archive of BMT Talk messages and email list about BMTs. bmtnews.org, BMT newsletter outstanding resource and information for the patient and professional alike. ibmtr.org, International Bone Marrow Transplant Registry. cancerguide.org/bone_marrow.html, Cancer Guide, Bone Marrow. Transplant information. Transweb.org, Transplantation and Donation. AnthonyNolan.com, the Anthony Nolan Bone Marrow Trust UK. Children's organizations. Bone-marrow.org, The Gift of Life Bone Marrow. Foundation Bone Marrow Registry and Foundation. bmdw.org/addresses/usa.html, Bone Marrow Donor and Cord Blood Registries in the USA. bmdw.org, Bone Marrow Donors Worldwide ISA Project for the collection of the HLA. Coordination of their worldwide distribution. HLAregistry.org, HLA Registry Foundation Incorporated. Member of the National Marrow Donor Program, assists patients with diseases like leukemia and aplastic anemia to find a matching unrelated marrow donor for a life-saving transplant. ShareOurLife.org, Coalition on Donation promotes organ and tissue donation. TransplantFund.org, National Transplant Assistance Fund Financial Assistance. text.nlm.nih.gov/nih/cdc/www/80text.html number sign head 7, Bone Marrow. Transplantation. unmc.edu/pediatrics/bmt/mainmenu.html, Pediatric Bone Marrow Transplant Program at University of Nebraska. bmtsupport.ie/ambrose.html, Ambrose's BMT Story and Ireland. BMT Support Group. uc.edu/a/marrow/www, University of Colorado Bone Marrow Transplant Program. mdacc.tmc.edu/BMT, MD. Anderson Cancer Center Blood and Marrow Transplantation. Algunos servicios de hematología y de trasplante de médula ósea online, some online hematology and bone marrow transplant departments. iccbmt.com, Unidad de Trasplante de Médula Ósea y Células Tallo. De la Case Western Reserve University y la Universidad de Cleveland. Case Western Reserve University, University of Cleveland, Bone Marrow and Stem Cell Transplant Program. neorcc.on.ca, Unidad de Trasplante Autólogo de Sudbury, Ontario, Canada. Ontario Sudbury Autologous Stem Cell Transplant Program. info.med.yale.edu/ecc, Yale Cancer Center. ibazi.org.br/incancer, Instituto Nacional de Câncer do Brasil. morrison.jci.tju.edu, the Kimmel Cancer Center. mbl.dkfz-heidelberg.de/index.html, German Cancer Research Center. mskcc.org, Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center. mgh.harvard.edu/department/hem-onc/oncology.html, Massachusetts. General Hospital Division of Hematology and Oncology. ibmt.com, Indiana's Methodist Hospital Blood and Marrow Transplantation Program, Programa de Trasplante de Sangre y Médula del Hospital Metodista en Indianapolis, Indiana. hcc.musk.edu/hema-nc, Medical University of South Carolina. Division of Hematology/Oncology. aimed001.amg.gda.pl/aanstyt/ch_wu/hem.html. Servicio de Hematología, Escuela de Medicina de la Academia de Medicina de Gdansk, Polonia, Hematology Service of the Medical School of Gdansk's Academy of Medicine. medlani.zki.uni-frankfurt.de/department/hema, Pediatric Hematology Service, University of Frankfurt, Germany, Servicio de Hematologia. Pediatrica, University de Frankfurt, Alemania. Madonna.tch.tmc.edu, Texas Children's Cancer Center and Hematology Service. hemanc.ucsf.edu, Division of Hematology Oncology, University of California San Francisco. rmoldwin.bsd.uchicago.edu, Pediatric Hematology/Oncology. University of Chicago. mmcri.mmc.org/varic/hmers/hmers.htm, Hematology Research, Maine Medical Center Research Institute. cancer.mgh.harvard.edu/medinc/sickle.htm, Joint Center for Sickle Cell and Thalassemia, Brigham and Women's Hospital/Massachusetts General Hospital. nhlby.nih.gov/nhlby/nhlby.htm, National Heart, Lung, and Blood Institute, U.S. temple.edu/departments/ssdrc, Soul Sherry Thrombosis Research Center, Temple University. hmc.pennstatehealth.org, Special Hematology Lab, Penn State's Milton S. Hershey Medical Center. med.stanford.edu/medschool/bmt, Division of Bone Marrow Transplant at Stanford University. cancer.mgh.harvard.edu/medinc/oncology.htm, Division of Hematology and Oncology, Massachusetts General Hospital. im2024.med.uth.tmc.edu, Division of Hematology, University of Texas, Houston. ucsd.edu/hemanc/hemanc homepage.html, Division of Hematology/Oncology, University of California, San Diego. On cvx1.roc.wayne.edu/welcome_text.html, Division of Hematology/Oncology, Wayne State University. med.upenn.edu/p Hematal, Division of Pediatric Hematology. University of Pennsylvania Medical Center. mssm.edu/ped/hemianc.html, Division of Pediatric Hematology/Oncology, Mount Sinai School of Medicine. uokhsc.edu/section/hemaonco/default.html, Hematology/Oncology Section, University of Oklahoma. rmoldwin.bsd.uchicago.edu/default.htm, Pediatric Hematology/Oncology, University of Chicago. isnet.is.wfu.edu/bgsm/hema_onc/home.html, section of Hematology/Oncology, Bowman Gray School of Medicine, Wake Forest University. cjp.com/labhem, Laboratory Hematology Online. labmed.washington.edu/division/hematology, Laboratorio de Hematologia UW Washington. med.jhu.edu/hematology/division.htm, Division de Hematologia. Johns Hopkins. peds.umn.edu/division/hematology.html, Division de Hemato/Oncologia, University de Minnesota. vumclib.mc.vanderbilt.edu/vumc department/hematology.html, Depto de Hematologia, Centro Médico de la University Vanderbilt. med.mcgill.ca/postgrad/english/hematol.htm, Departamento de Hematologia, UMcGill, Canada. med.umich.edu/intmed/hemianc, Division de Hemato/Oncologia, University de Michigan. cc.emory.edu/ped/hem3.htm, Division of Hematology/Oncology and Bone Marrow Transplantation, Emory University. med.nyu.edu/pedho, Pediatric Hematology Oncology Program. New York University. informatics.sunaysb.edu/internalmed/hematol/hemhom.html, Division of Hematology, State University of New York at Stony Brook. rmoldwin.bsd.uchicago.edu, Pediatric Hematology/Oncology. University of Chicago. im2024.med.uth.tmc.edu, Hematology Division, University of Texas Houston Medical School. im2024.med.uth.tmc.edu/labs.html, Laboratorios de Investigación de Hematología del U. of Texas Health Sciences Center. med.upenn.edu/p-hematol, Division de Hematologia Penn State University. crenit.it/a/bmb/welcome.html, Children Oncology and Hematology Ward, Hospital Silvestrini Perugia, Italia. mednyu.edu/research/r.bashres.html, Laboratorio de Hematologia del Desarrollo, U de Nueva York. vh.radiology.uioa.edu/welcome/uihc/uihcmeddept/cancer/html/bonemar.html, The University of Iowa Clinical Cancer Center BMT Program. peds.umn.edu/centers/bmt/default.html, University of Minnesota BMT Program. norm41.hsc.us/nora/departments/hematology/bmt.html, University of Southern California/Kenneth Norris Cancer Center BMT Program. stjude.org/www/cbt/bmtfact.html, St. Jude Hospital BMT Fact Sheet. rmh.edu/rmh/prominent/marrow1.html, RMH Bone Marrow Transplant Program. med.stanford.edu/medschool/bmt, Stanford University Bone Marrow Transplant Facility. fhcrc.org/clinical, Fred Hutchinson Cancer Center BMT Clinical Division. 4degrees.altabates.com/bmt, Alta Bates Medical Center BMT Program. 1.cc.emory.edu/ped/hema-nc, Emory Pediatric hem/on/bmt. mgh.harvard.edu/department/hem-onc/bmt.htm, mgh Bone Marrow Transplant. cancer.med.ohio-state.edu/clinical/program/bmt.htm, Ohio State University BMT Program. wumshome.wasdl.edu/ped/hema-nc/default.html number sign bone, Pediatric BMT Program Washington University. slu.edu/departments/medicine/ar94/bmt.html, St. Louis University HSC BMT Program. fishbein1.jci.tju.edu, the Thomas Jefferson University Bone Marrow Transplant Program. mcl.tulane.edu/cancer_center/bmt.html, Tulane University Cancer Center BMT Program. uokhsc.edu/section/hemionco/bbmt.htm, University of Oklahoma HSC Blood and Bone Marrow Transplant Program. uc.edu/us/marrow/www/index.html, University of Colorado Bone Marrow Transplant Main Menu. cancer.med.umich.edu/cl-research-12.html, University of Michigan BMT Program. ahsc.arizona.edu/umc/marrow.htm, University Medical Center UMC Arizona, BMT Program. azcc.arizona.edu, Arizona Cancer Center ucc.edu/chencounselor/uccc/uccc.html, University of Colorado. Cancer Center. berman.med.buffalo.edu/rpci.htm, Roswell Park Cancer Institute. pacificcancerinstitute.com, Maui, Hawaii. lenti.med.umn.edu/fcc, University of Minnesota's Familial Cancer Clinic. christie.man.ac.uk, Christie Cancer Research Center. dfci.harvard.edu, Dana-Farber Cancer Institute, Boston, Ma. fhcrc.org, Fred Hutchinson Cancer Research Center. hemanc.pediatrics.med.ufl.edu, University of Florida's Pediatric Oncology Group. fccc.edu, Fox Chase Cancer Center. daisy.moffitt.usf.edu, H. Lee Moffitt Cancer Center. nwu.edu, Northwestern University's Lurie Cancer Center. kcr.uky.edu/markey.html, Markey Cancer Center. unmc.edu/11/pediatrics, Nebraska University's Pediatric Bone Marrow Transplant Program. utmdacc.mda.uth.tmc.edu, the University of Texas MD Anderson Cancer Center. isnet.is.wfu.edu/bgsm/hema_onc/pcs.html, Wake Forest University BMT Program. sm.ic.ac.uk/hematology/home.htm, Hematology Department, Imperial College of Medicine at St. Mary's. icr.ac.uk/hamsitu/hamsitu.htm, Academic Department of Hematology and Cytogenetics. University of London and the Royal Marsden NHS Trust. madocs.ucdavis.edu/hematology/index.htm, University of California Davis Hematology Department. hemanc.ucsf.edu, University of California San Francisco Division of Hematology/Oncology. zappa.mmcri.mmc.org/tilde-c/hmers/hmers.htm, Investigation en Hematologia del Centro Médico de Maine ee.uu. Hematology Research at Maine Medical Center Research Institute. research.med.umkc.edu/image_bank/mesh_section/hematology.html, University of Missouri Medical School Hematology. medlib.iupui.edu/cicnet/hema/hema.html, Indiana University School of Medicine Hematology. cancerinstitute.com, Instituto de Cáncer del Nordeste de Louisiana. Northeast Louisiana Cancer Institute. acsusun.acsu.unsw.edu.au/p890966/hematology, Institute of Hematology, Royal Prince Alfred Hospital, Sydney, Australia. hku.hk/paid/home/ham.html, Serve de Hematologia Pediatrica del Hospital Queen Mary de Hong Kong, Pediatric Hematology at Hong Kong's Queen Mary Hospital. sunzite.wits.ac.za/wit/fac/med/ham.html, Departamento de Hematologia de la Universal de Witwatersrand Sud-Africa, Hematology Department at South Africa's Witwatersrand University, Johannesburg. Bone marrow transplant websites from ped-onc.org/treatment/bmt/bmt.html. ped-onc.org/webinfo/choicelinks.html. ped-onc.org/treatment/bmt/siteindex.html. bmtinfonet.org. cancer.gov/type/childhood-cancers/child-hct-hp-pdq. betamatch.org. bonemarrow.org. nbmtlink.org. 6acord.com 6acord.com/about/giving-back/sibling-connection-program/index.aspx